Wow, here we go again. Talking about film holders. Uh, if you've been following our blog or our newsletter, I don't think we put out the newsletter yet. No, we haven't put out the newsletter. That's went out a day or so. But anyway, if you've been following our blog or our online store, you'll see that we have introduced Rev 4 of the film holder. Now, in fact, this is going to be informal because we've talked about it so much we threw the script away and I'm just going to wing it. Anyway, it's not that we enjoy redesigning the film holder. It's we're still fighting the same problem that we had back with Rev 2, where Rev 2 was coming out warped and we were having to throw a lot of parts away. Rev 3 was supposed to fix that with these extra bars, and it did. The Rev 3 is significantly better than Rev 2. Unfortunately, it's not better enough, and we're still having to scrap roughly 30% of the parts. Now, and we believe in recycling, but we just don't like recycling things fresh out of the mold. So we're in discussions with the factory engineers about this, and they kept telling us we got to make it heavier, you got to make it thicker. They'll let the plastic flow better, and temperatures and technical details that no one cares about. Anyway, they said make it thicker. The problem with making it thicker, as you can imagine, if it gets thicker, it's going to be in contact with the film, and we need to have good flow between the back of the film and the film holder, and we don't want the gelatin on the back side of the film holder when it gets wet and gets soft. We don't want it sticking to the film holder if there's an agitation or lack of agitation issue. Just an aside, a lot of people don't realize it, but all sheet film and most roll film has gelatin on both sides of the film. Now they do that for a mechanical reason, because if you only coated one side of the film, as it dried, both in the factory during manufacturing and later in your darkroom, as it dried it would curl up. By putting gelatin on both sides, as it dries, the tension stays or is constant on both sides and it stays flat. So obviously on the one side, the emulsion side, they use the gelatin to hold the silver compounds and the magic dyes and whatever pixie dust they put in the emulsion to capture the image. And on the back side, they use the gelatin to hold the anti-halation dye. Well, we want to wash that anti-halation dye away, which means we need good flow along the back side of the film. Now, we're struggling with how to come up with an answer to this while we were working on the SP 8x10 film tray. Now, on the SP 8x10 film tray, we've textured the inside bottom of the tray to control the surface tension. And it occurred to us that that texture would probably solve the problem on the film holder. So we made the film holder, this is now almost 2 millimeters thick, nice and rugged, and we textured it, and this texture feels kind of like an artificial leather. But you can think of it as a whole bunch of little canals or channels, so that even though the film is right in contact with it, the liquid can flow up behind it. The surface tension of the water molecules are trying to pull themselves together, like droplets always want to join together. They're trying to pull together, so it's actually kind of pushing the film or keeping the film away from the back of the film, away from the film holder. We've had fantastic results with it. We're really happy with the design. We're even happier with the results from the factory. We've now got about a 99% yield coming out of the mold. So we are hoping that this will be the epitome of film holder design. And you see our little fancy little rack here, 4 slots in it. We're hoping that we never have to build another display rack, but this will be the end of it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send us an email.